Hello everyone and welcome to this tutorial on hands-on API testing using Postman step by step for beginners. I am Rajni Bajpai and in this video we will learn how to practically test APIs using one of the most popular tools out there, and that's Postman. So let's get started. Here's a quick look at what we will cover in this tutorial. First, we will discuss what is Postman. Second, why should we use Postman? Third, how to install Postman, and finally, a look at its interface. This is a beginner friendly session, so don't worry if you are new to API testing. So what exactly is Postman? Postman is a free, widely used tool for API testing. It offers a clean and visual interface to send API requests and view responses. Postman supports both manual testing and automation workflows, which makes it ideal for learning and for real-world projects. If you are a beginner looking to understand how APIs work, Postman is a great place to start. Why should you consider using Postman? First, it has a very user-friendly interface. It also allows you to use scripts for automation and dynamic data handling. Another advantage is the use of environments and variables, which makes it perfect for reusable tests. Plus, sharing collections and collaborating with teammates is super simple with Postman. And the best part, Postman supports all major HTTP methods like get, post, put, patch, and delete. Let's look at how to install Postman and get familiar with the interface. To install, you have to go to postman.com/downloads and then choose your operating system, whether it's Windows, macOS, or Linux, and download the installer. You have to go to your browser and then type download Postman, and now click on the first URL. From here you can download Postman. As you can see, it automatically detects my system. I am using MacBook Pro, so it is giving me two options to download Postman. My processor is Intel, so I will click on this button and it will automatically download Postman for me. As I have already installed it on my system, so let's go directly to the Postman. Now the interface and overview. On the left panel, you will find your collections and history. In the center, you will build and configure your requests, and at the bottom, you will see the responses returned from the API, and which is very useful for debugging and validation. So first, let's discuss what is this collection. On the left side, collections are like folders. They help you organize your API requests. You can group related requests together and even add documentation and test scripts. I have created two collections. Below that, you will see history. This history will show all the requests that you have made, and this is very useful if you want to repeat or debug something. If I click on it, you can see my history over here. Now this is the request builder part. The center part is called request builder. This is where you will define your API requests. How? First, you have to select the HTTP method from this drop down. Get, post, put, patch, delete, any based on your requirement. And then you have to enter the URL of the API you want to test. I have already entered one. This is just a sample URL. Below this panel, you can see there are different tabs. So what is the use of these tabs? First one is params. Params is used to add query parameters. Then we have authorization, which is used to set authentication. Then we have headers, and headers is used to pass header values. Then we have body to send data in post or put request only. Then we have scripts tab. You can see pre-request and post responses. So pre-request script is for setting up data before the request is sent, and post response, it scripts JavaScript code that runs after the request. And the last one is the setting tab. The third panel is response viewer. At the bottom, you can see here, this section shows the response body, the status code, the response time, and even headers returned from the server. If the API returns JSON, you will be able to view it in a nicely formatted way here. As I have already inserted this URL, let's click on send. And you can see the status code is here. The time is also mentioned here. And the response in the JSON format is actually very clear. That's all for this part of the tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for the next part, where we will dive into actual API testing with practical examples in Postman.